Hello my sexy muffins and welcome back to another video. In this video we're doing a bonus video which is base Yandere headcanons with female reader Eddie Gluskin. Now let's get this video out of the way. There's a bit of disclaimers and info and stuff to do before the video, so let's just do this. Disclaimer: mention of SA, Grape, child abuse, child SA, and Grape, and various other things as well. Please proceed with caution. No children were harmed in the making of this. Again, have caution. And the other thing is info. This is going to be part one of Base Yandere Eddie Gluskin headcanons, because it will be with the female part and female listener and such, and female reader and such, when it is in text and such. But for YouTube female listener, because Eddie Gluskin does not treat males and females the same when he is interested in them. So in canon, it has to be very different for headcanons and traits and stuff. Disclaimer number 3: Eddie Gluskin is an incel. So he will be really written accurately as much as possible. So it is not going to be sugar-coated Yandere headcanons. Eddie Gluskin is once again an incel, so this will not be pretty. Disclaimer: Eddie Gluskin is not Yandere in canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and Yanderes is fine, just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are, you dirty flaky biscuits. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. Now let's get on to business. Eddie Gluskin was a victim of child abuse that includes SA from at least one family member, which is male. He loved his mother dearly and wanted to have a woman that would be the picture perfect. That would be the picture. That would be that would give a picture perfect life with him. He had to. She had to be the perfect woman, and when the image of perfection fell apart any time with women, he would murder these women, and he would have tried to be with at the time. Let's be honest, Eddie Gluskin is kind of an incel. So what does a 1950 glamorizing incel would be like when he found the perfect woman that he obsessed for and was Yandere for? He became obsessed with you the moment he laid eyes on you. You were the perfect woman, and you were the perfect woman in his eyes, and he just had to have you as his and his alone. He would have already started to make your wedding dress and planning the wedding, and how many kids he would be having with you, and what names the kids would be, and all that stuff. He already has everything planned for your life. And here's the thing: he has not even said a word to you at this point. Sorry, one sec. There we go. Yeah, gross. That, anyways, he would be the type of the. Sorry. That is right. He has everything planned that has happened in your life and what happened in your life. He would be the type of Yandere to stalk you. He needs to make sure his future wife and the mother, who will be the mother of his children, make it home safely. He needs to make sure that there is also no man in your life. And if you are seeing a woman, Eddie at first would brush off and say that your female friend and you are really good friends, air quotes around really good friends. Because in Eddie Gluskin's mind, women cannot be attracted to women. He is false about that, of course. Females are the type of human that need to have a strong man in their life, a protector, a lover, and who will take care of them and provide for them and put babies in them and give them a home to take care of. Good God, why does Eddie Gluskin have to be such an incel, but so hot? Ugh, it's not fair. He is a very much traditional husband looking for the perfect traditional wife. Sorry, brain fart. Lord help you if you had a boyfriend, 'cause good frickin' poo. He is going to be calling you everything but a good girl. Side note, Eddie Gluskim would be the type to use the term good girl with you, especially in the bedroom. Again, why is he so sexy? And if he realizes that your female friend would have to would end up being more than what he thinks that friend should be, and that you were attracted to her as more than a friend, he is going to make you realize that you are not attracted to women. In fact, good freaking poo, I want to slap him. He is very misogynistic in that he has little to no respect for women and views them as holes, maids, and mothers. He also probably does not even know what the word CLIT is, or how to make a woman finish completely. Yes, I am roasting him. To him, though, you are the one of the best women out there, if not the best. Even if you were to sleep around, you are not as bad as most of the other snooty tooty fruities out there. Now, no, you are special, and that makes him want to marry you, even if in his words you are messed up down there. Not Now he is not as all bad as he seems so far. He actually would be good with kids not and would not be an abusive piece of poo to them. Or often, other than his sexist jealousy, he's still very sexist and very jealous. He's the type of man that would provide for his wife and kids, and also he is not abusive with you, his darling. You are the only woman he did not unalive, and even though he refuses to admit the ones he did unalive, he never laid a hand against you. He Yes, the other women he did try to unalive, but he refuses to admit it, but he would never land it. I already read that. Anyways, you are the love of his life, his obsession, and for that, he would never raise a hand against you. There we go. Do not get me wrong, he still has a temper and would punish you for sure, but never strike you in any way, shape, or form. He is not going to abuse the kids either, and never ever lays a hand against them for any reason whatsoever. He would take up a good sports to get his aggression out, maybe like boxing and weightlifting, etc. He is a bit of a judgmental yandere, and that would and who would in fact judge you and also judge the rivals he has and more. For them, his rivals, if they think that they had a chance with a woman like you, for Frick's poo, they have no chance. Instead of continuing to just unalive women, Eddie Gluskin is unaliving men and women who tried to steal you away from him. You belong to him, and he would rather unalive than let anyone take his darling wife away. And anyone who is in the way of his love for you, his future wife, and the future mother to his children, that he has, will, that he is going to unalive the person that questioned his love for you. He's the type of yandere that would make sure that he wants you to live. He would be the type of yandere that would make sure you knew he wanted you to live as a traditional life, popping out babies for him and keeping you home and keeping your guys' home up to his standards. Of course, he would also cut slack for you when you have kids. He would, yes, become frustrated if the dinner was not on the table when he came home or if the house wasn't spotless. But being a yandere for you, the love of his life, he has become soft with you at least. He does not get as angry with you for not being the perfect woman in his head. Instead, he is calmer with you and is way more understanding, which is a nice breath of fresh air. He is a very protective yandere that would never R-word you. Yes, he would never do that. We will get to that in a sec. Because he knows how it feels like to do it. He would never intentionally, basically, R word you for obvious reason. And and you being the love of his life, he would never want to put you through that. You're his darling, and he will rather cut off his special pickle, and then instead, instead of I wrote that wrong. Instead of R wording you. Sorry. There we go. However, 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 he in his twisted yandere mind, if he is giving you like female Viagra or something like that, of the influence of that he can make you like it, and then he does not think it is forcing you, but really it is. If anyone puts anything into someone's drink or stuff and then tries to have adult fun time with them, that is the big bad R word, because if you cannot consent, or if you're not old enough to consent, or if you are mentally unprepared where you cannot make the consent, then if your mental judgment has any alcohol or pharmaceuticals close in it, then you cannot give consent, and that is the big bad R word. Thank you. Do not do this poo that I'm saying in real life. Protect yourselves. Thank you. He would never want to do that to you. We will touch on this at the end of the video, closer to it. He is the type of yandere that bends the rules to get what he wants with you, and would be the type to kidnap you. More on that in a second. He would tell you he loved you with flowers, candies, and possibly a plushie with a big smile on his face. No, no. Remember, most likely was stalking you, and most likely at the first. This is the first time he has ever talked to you. He thinks he is being a gentleman, and if you accept his love, you are just feeding into his obsession and delusion. But now you are never ever getting rid of him. You belong to him, and your fate is sealed. You might as well change your last name to Gluskin. He will be doing it soon as you get married to him, anyways. And sorry, I scrolled too far. There we go. And get married to you, anyways. There we are. If you do, sorry, get to him even. I already read that, so I'm trying to find it. If you get married to him, anyways. There we go. If you reject his love, you are going. He would if you. Ugh. If you reject his love, he is going on a rant on how you and all females are alike, and how no woman appreciates an act of good old fashioned romance anymore. Really incel topics. But he will turn quickly and say he can help you, and why. And this is where he would knock you out and kidnap you, and all that good stuff. There are no, wait, one more. I wrote too much. That is where his yandere delusion side really kicks in, because well, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. His yandere delusional side kicks in, and sorry, I scrolled too far. One sec. Where his yandere delusional side kicked in, and he is just not, and he just learned brain work. And he, in his mind, thought you were just playing hard to get. And remember what I said about touching in on what I said above, with the R word. There are a few times he will force himself on you, not because of his yandere delusions. He will force you, like if he thought you were a lesbian and he was thinking it could fix you. It cannot. That is not how that works. Or if he was fully on Delulu, if he will, side, where he thinks you are. Sorry that y'all creeped up on me. That you are just playing hard to get and such. If he thinks you are playing hard to get, he thinks you want him to try harder, and with even doing the naughty stuff that is not consensual. And he really does think it is what you want, and he sees it as okay. He is not doing it intentionally. If he didn't have the delusions or bad bringing up, he wouldn't do this because he wouldn't have the intentions to do it. He's not trying to hurt you, though. He is clinically criminally insane man. He is a clinically and criminally insane man, and he is not a good yandere for you at all. Proceed with caution. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I know it was a longer one because I kept tripping over my words. I apologize. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do that. I'm doing Mother Gooseberry for Outlast ones next. Hopefully I will remember to do it. I am going to try to do Mother Gooseberry as she was the one that got the most votes. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this and stay sexy. No, wait, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, thank you, Pumpkin Toffee, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Pumpkin Toffee. And thank you, Gav, for being my original patron. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Gav. I appreciate you. And stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro, my baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro, and the secret outro question of the day is: Would you smash um would you smash or pass Eddie Gluskin? 100% smash. And would you accept his love? Hell no, he is an incel. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye.